to know if the Earth is a globe, I can measure it. Okay, and it's not a globe. That's why.
How do you measure it? Do you have the tools?
Yes, we have the
You have
tools.
the tools.
We have
What are your
laser
tools?
beams, cameras. Yeah.
Cameras is your tools? Your
No, you
planet?
can't. You can't measure
Laser
it. That's the whole
beams.
point.
Yeah.
It's never been measured.
Scientists have sent Voyagers, and you were just
Now, the
measuring
globe's never
cameras?
been measured.
Right.
Then how do you define gravity?
Gravity is not proving
You
shape
don't
of
need
Earth,
to.
by the way.
You just
Yeah.
have to point out that no globe has ever been measured or detected.
Do you
There you
believe
are.
gravity exists?
Do you believe the globe's ever been measured?
Yes, I believe. 'Cause we have
Okay,
seen
But
who
if you're
measured it?
saying
from the
if
moon.
it's been measured,
Okay, who measured it?
The scientists,
Which one?
everyone at the NASA.
No, none of them measured it.
Like, what do you mean by measure? Like with a tape, something or something?
Well, you tell me. You said yes, it's been measured. Who measured it? How?
Okay, then I have to pull up the documents, and I didn't
Okay,
take
so you don't know.
photos.
You don't know that it's ever been measured then.
Did you measure it?
No, it can't be measured. There is no globe.
How do we
can you
measure it?
measure the flat
If you
Earth?
think, how do we measure it?
All right, okay, just post the measurement.
Okay, how do we measure it?
How do you calculate distances in a flat Earth map?
How
I
do
don't
you
think that's
measure a
possible.
globe that doesn't exist?
Like, what kind of measurement do you need to satisfy yourself?
Well, who measured the Earth to be a curved spinning ball? That's what you would need.
Like, what
It's
kind of
definitely
evidence do you
doable.
need?
Why are you guys confused about it? You're the ones saying it is a globe and it has been measured. Why are you now asking
You're the
me
one
how you
talking
measure it?
nonsense, dude. I think
Okay,
you're the
so
one
post the
who should
measurement.
prove it.
Post the measurement then.
What kind of measure? You want the
Well,
what kind
which
of measurement
measurement are
you want?
you talking? Which measurement do you believe exists?
I believe we can prove Earth is round by the gravity.
No, okay, so not by measurement.
Isn't gravity a measurement?
Of a ball Earth? No.
Like if the Earth is round,
If the Earth is a
then
ball, then you
if
should
the
be
Earth
able
is
to measure
flat,
it.
if the Earth is flat, then the strongest gravitation pull should be in the center.
All right, okay, so no one's measured a globe then, you're agreeing, yeah?
I have to search things up, bro.
Yeah, see, you've never, you don't know of anyone who's ever measured a globe, and
No,
yet you're
I have
convinced
not
it's a globe.
memorized those things. I have seen those things, but I have not
You've never
memorized.
seen it. You've never seen it.
We
You've never
know
seen
that
a measurement of a
the
spinning ball Earth.
circumference of the Earth is
If the football is
40,075
round, bro, if the
kilometers.
football is
Wow.
round, bro,
Okay, great. Who measured that?
if the
I
football
think
is
I can
round,
calculate it in
Oh,
let's say
right.
5
Okay, so
minutes if I want.
it's just an imagined theoretical calculation. It's not a measurement.
okay,
Okay, so because something is a theoretical calculation, it's not real. So because
Correct.
something that you
Correct.
don't
Yeah, that's why it's
understand,
called
it can't be true.
theoretical. Yeah, that's why it's called
Dude, you don't know
theoretical.
how stupid you sound. Something that you can
Well,
understand.
you're
can't
here
be real.
saying this theoretical
You
idea
can't
is
do
real
basic
because
math.
it's theoretical. That's stupid.
okay. To say
So
football is round,
so just to
do we
be
have to measure it?
clear, you're saying the globe is just theoretical now.
Who is talking about theoretical?
The other guy, he just said it's just because it's theoretical
Well,
doesn't mean it's not real. So he's saying it's theoretical.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, he just said it.
I have never pronounced the word theoretical.
No, the other guy.
Okay, so it's not me.
Okay.
Yeah, the other globe believer who also has never observed or seen any globe, doesn't know of any measurement for a globe, just believes it because Jeffrey Epstein's mates told him so.
Okay, Clone, do you believe that the football is round?
Believe that a football is round. Doesn't require belief.
Okay,
You can
because you can see it,
observe that a
right?
football is round.
You can see it, right? You don't have to measure it
Yes,
when you
but
can
you
see
can't
it.
see that the Earth is round, can you?
Well, we have pictures of Earth. Do you think those things are fake?
Oh, we have pictures of Bigfoot and unicorns. Are they real too?
Those are not real.
Oh, but there's pictures.
Anyone with common sense knows that it's not real.
Are you telling me that
Fucking
pictures can be
Bigfoot and
fake?
unicorns, dude.
Are you telling me pictures can be faked?
Listen, we can say that the picture is fake or not by like analyzing
Oh, right,
them.
okay. Well, yeah, the
You
pictures
see
of a
those,
globe are cartoons. There you
like
go.
you can see like the Marvel movies, and we can say for sure that
Yes,
those are
those are
fake
also not real.
because we can like because we can like analyze those things. Like this is not going according to the physics. No
Oh,
laws
so
of
you
physics.
so you analyzed the globe images and figured out they're real?
No, can you produce
Of
a
course you
globe
didn't.
image to that level
Could you
without
produce
capturing
a measurement of this fantasy globe?
without capturing Earth without capturing the Earth with a camera? Can you like draw the camera or like with VFX? Can you produce to that same scale?
Okay, just to clarify, that's a no. There is no measurement for the Earth being a globe, right?
Because we have a picture, bro.
A picture? Yeah, but we've got the pictures of Bigfoots and unicorns, remember?
Those are not real, bro.
Oh, but your
Those are
globe is real
VFX.
because
Those are
Jeffrey
Photoshop.
Epstein's mates told you so.
How do you think gravity works on flat Earth? There's no gravity, no?
Why are you guys not finding that measurement that you believe in?
What is a defined
What do you
measurement,
want?
bro?
Do you want gravity?
I would
I
like
can
a
tell you
measurement
about
of this
gravity if you
curved spinning. You think the ground outside is a curved spinning ball, right?
If Earth is
Yes.
flat, why can't we see the
Yes.
Mount
Okay.
Everest?
Has anyone ever measured that curve or that spin?
I think
Have
you can
anyone ever
measure it,
measured
yes.
that Earth is flat?
You think you can measure it? Well, who has measured it?
Eratosthenes, you know the guy.
No, he didn't measure any curve or spin. He assumed it.
What do you mean he assumed it?
He assumed curvature.
And you assumed it's flat. So it's the
No?
same?
No, we experience that the surface is flat.
If the surface is flat, why can't we see the Mount Everest?
So other than Eratosthenes assuming it was curved, you're saying there is no measurement of a curve.
What do you mean there's no measurement of the curve? I just
Well,
can't
you just said,
understand it.
I asked who measured the curve, and you said a guy who didn't measure the curve. So I said, other than him, who's measured the curve? And you're saying again, what do you mean?
What do you think of this Omni calculator? You can measure Earth's curvature.
No.
It's
That would
fake.
be a claim of Earth curvature, not
Let's
a
say
measurement.
it has distance to object, eyesight
Okay,
level,
so how
distance to
much curvature
horizon,
does it say
obscured
over?
object.
So how much curvature does it claim over 20 miles?
Let's say. How much is 20 miles in kilometers?
Convert it.
Something like 35, yeah.
25, 27.
Okay, 35. Eyesight
35.
level. Standing, 2 meters. Distance to horizon.
Go on. What's the distance to the horizon at 2 meters?
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers. Okay, so when someone goes out and puts a camera at 2 meters and sees a horizon 15 kilometers away, 20 kilometers away, that debunks the globe. Yeah,
Shit.
easy. That's it. You don't have a horizon at 5 kilometers for a 2-meter observer.
No, we have, bro. We have.
No, you don't.
That's the reason we cannot see the Mount Everest.
No, you don't.
Can you see the Mount Everest?
So how much curvature? So we've debunked the geometric horizon. There is not a horizon
You're
at
not
5
answering my
kilometers for a
question,
2-meter
bro.
observer.
You're not answering my
No, I'm
question.
speaking to
Can
the
you
other
see?
guy. I'm speaking to the other guy because he's
Because you
actually
cannot
following
answer the
along.
question.
Because he's following along. You're just spewing mindless drivel. So put yourself on mute for a second, and we'll get to you in a second. So other guy who had the calculator up, how much curvature does it say exists over the 35 kilometers?
It's not showing degrees. It's a pretty simple calculation. It's
Yeah, in meters, feet. What's the curvature? What's the drop over a distance?
doesn't show me that.
So we don't know. We don't know how much the imaginary ball is supposed to curve.
Let me.
Come on, work it out, guy. This is your belief. This is what you are literally arguing for right now. And you
But
don't know what it is
Put
you're
the
arguing
distance,
for.
you're a guy who
put the
you talk
distance
very
in,
much,
and
but you
it'll
don't
have
know
a
any
hidden
maths
target
or
height,
any
dude.
physics.
Come
This
on,
is
guys. The flat earthers are trying to teach you.
maths
The
what
flat
you're
earthers are
doing.
trying to teach you about your globe belief. So come on.
I'm trying to teach you, so listen up.
No. You're trying to figure out your own belief.
No. You
and we're
no.
helping
You
you.
listen.
Yeah, remember, curvature over
I'm
35
fucking with you.
kilometers, that's what you're trying to figure out, yeah?
Yeah,
This
I'm
is your
trying to
belief?
figure out how to measure distance on a flat
Well,
object.
first you need to
That's what I'm
understand
trying to
what you're trying to
understand.
believe. You're trying to believe a curvature of the surface, right? You think a lake, a body of water, you think that curves, right?
Depends. Yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't depend. Does it depend? Or does it depend if Earth's a ball or not? I guess then it
It
depends.
seems like you don't really understand scale.
Yes, I'm the
Your
one who doesn't
scale.
understand
You're a very
scale.
small
I don't
human being
understand the
sitting on
scale.
your
It's so
computer
big.
right
You
now.
don't understand. But you don't know how much your
But
globe is supposed to
there are
curve.
things in the universe, in the world, that you are
Things in the
too
world.
small to comprehend.
Wow. So we can't comprehend the imaginary curve of this imaginary ball. Is that what you're saying?
We're talking about imaginary.
Yeah, imaginary, because it doesn't exist. You can't even tell us what it's supposed to be in imagination land.
Okay, please, you keep trying to like asking me to prove my point
Well,
of
I'm not
view.
asking you to
Why don't
prove.
you
I'm
prove
asking you
yours?
to. I'm
You
asking
can't
you to.
do any physics or any mathematics
No,
that
dude,
prove
I'm trying to.
you are
I'm
right.
trying to get you to understand what you are trying to argue. You do not understand what you are trying to argue. You're trying
But
to
you do.
understand. You're trying to argue for a
You understand what
curvature.
I'm trying to argue, yes?
Yes, I know what the claimed imaginary curve of the imaginary globe is. We all know that. The flat earthers know that. The globe earthers don't know that. That's what we're trying to get through to you. You're trying to argue for a curvature that you don't know anything about. You don't know what the curvature even is.
What do you know?
Supposed to be.
What do you know about it?
I know it doesn't
That
exist.
is not real.
Yeah, I know it doesn't exist. I know it's
Okay,
never
so
been
now
measured.
you
I
okay,
know when
say
anyone
more.
goes to try and measure it, it's not there. So come on, 35 kilometers. This
I
is a
still
simple
think that you
Google.
can't measure it because you can't do any basic math.
In the time you've spent speaking, could you not have figured this out by now?
No. Let's say I'm very stupid person. I'm just listening. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to understand.
No,
this.
okay, if you want to learn, then you have to think. You have to understand the globe. You have to understand what it is that you're trying to
Do you
argue
have
for.
to do any science or something to understand it?
No, you don't have to do any science.
No maths, no science. Just believe
You
what
you
you
can
say.
math in the abstract is not science.
You-
You can go and
Math
look up the
is a whole
curvature rate.
discipline.
You can go and look up the claimed curvature. That's not even really maths, it's numbers, but it's not math. So come on, dude. If you want to learn, if you want to have a conversation, you need to show to us that you can at least do basic Googling and reading of your own belief to
Okay,
educate
Psyclone,
yourself.
do you think mathematics, physics, these things are real?
Irrelevant. I'm not going to deviate from this
Again,
point.
something that he can't
Because if
understand.
you guys want to learn,
He doesn't have a
I'm
big enough
gonna help you
brain to
understand.
comprehend math
Because
I'm gonna
we
or
help you
cannot
science
understand,
take
or
you
guys.
to the
physics.
space and
Just
show you
because
this
he
look,
says it's
the
fake.
Earth is.
Oh, it's fake in space and blah blah
But
blah.
we
Come
have
on,
to
guys,
prove
stick.
that the Earth is
Focus,
round.
focus, you
We have to
guys.
bring you
You
Focus,
step by
focus,
step.
dude.
focus. 20 miles, 35 kilometers. How much curvature does the globe claim over that distance? There's two of you here. You can work together.
Ask again.
If you
A
don't believe in
stupid question.
mathematics,
20 miles, 35 kilometers. How much curvature, drop over distance does the globe fantasy claim?
Globe fantasy.
Yes.
We just talked about this 5 minutes ago.
Yes, and you still haven't answered.
I did.
What did you say?
I'm using the omnicalculator.com. It says
Yeah, and how,
that if a distance to object is 35, ISAT level is 2 meters, distance to horizon is 5.05 kilometers.
yeah, that's the distance to the horizon.
And
What's the
let's say
claim
I
drop
put in 1,000
over a
kilometers.
distance?
Guess what?
What's the claim drop
Distance to
over a
horizon
distance?
doesn't change.
What's the claimed drop over the distance? From A to B?
I can't see any drop on this calculator.
35 kilos is too little, bro, to notice anything.
Give you a target hidden height. If you put in the distance, say 30 kilometers, it'll tell you what the target is hidden by, how much of the curve.
There you go, you listen to that?
96 meters.
96 meters. Okay. Sounds about right. According to the fantasy.
What?
Now we've got some numbers on the tables, guys. We've got some numbers to test. So they're saying 96 meters. Someone fact check that on the flat earth side. Is that correct? Sounds about right. So
Okay,
where has
Sounds
that
about
been
right.
measured?
I can't.
maybe we should not talk about this
No.
kind of stuff.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
talk
This
about
is
the
exactly
day
what
and
we
night
should talk
cycle.
about.
The day and
No.
night cycle in
No.
flat
See,
Earth,
you
or
want to
maybe
run away.
like
You want to run
distance, or
away now that the numbers are on the
measuring
table.
distance, or
No,
something like that.
no,
No, you're
no. We're talking about the
these
geometry
equations
here.
that you're talking
Cyclone,
about, they're
don't you
Do
think
you
that
nonsense.
agree with that?
96
Do you
liters
agree with
is
that,
too
guys?
little to notice?
Okay, so guys, are we in agreement? 96 meters of drop between point A and point B on the globe over 35 kilometers. You both agree with that?
ChatGPT told me that, so yes.
Chat
Where do you get
GPT told him, so
96
he
meters?
agrees. What about you, Eco? Do you agree because Chat GPT told the other glober?
It
No, I
didn't
don't
matter.
understand the question, so I'm not going to
You
say
don't
anything.
understand the question. You don't understand that there's supposed to be a drop due to curvature on a ball?
No.
No? So you don't know what a ball is?
Never seen one, no.
Yeah, see? That's
I'm
tapping
actually
out.
starting to think
You
that it's
can't have the
Exactly.
conversation. You can't have the conversation. You said, I want to learn, I want to ask questions, but now we're getting to the meat of the issue, the crux of the
no,
whole
but you are not
thing.
answering
You're
anything else
being
than
a coward.
this
You're
stupid
being a coward, and you're
measure the
running away.
curvature.
You're running away.
Cyclone,
Dude.
curvature exists, and that's
So
why you cannot see
96
the Mount
meters.
Everest.
Okay. So that exists, that 96 meters. So if we had a 35-kilometer lake, from one side to the other, it drops down 96 meters. That's what you're claiming.
Yes.
Okay, who's measured that in all human history?
We don't have to measure that.
What?
Like,
What do you mean we don't have to measure
we
that? If
have to
that's not
measure
been
that, but
measured,
not in like.
what are you
Yes, we
talking
cannot
about? Why are
measure
you
it.
claiming it's true if it's never been measured?
No, it has been measured, bro. I just don't have
Right,
the
perfect.
information.
So who measured that 96 meters of drop over 35 kilometers?
I think Psyclone is only trolling. You must be trolling.
That's cope. Would you stop coping, dude? If you're tapping out, if you've decided you can't have an
sound way too
intellectual
smart to be
conversation, just
trolling
put yourself
All
on
I've
mute,
heard
dude.
so
these
far,
fools about.
all I've heard so far for the last half an hour is you guys coping.
Yeah, that's a massive cope. So Iku, if you've decided you're too fragile for this conversation, just put yourself on mute.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah,
I'm-
you're tapping out. You
I'm
can't
a
have a
fucking lizard.
conversation. You can't
What
acknowledge
do you
what the
mean
globe model's
fragile,
saying
dude?
because
Are you
you can't
projecting your own
acknowledge.
insecurities on me?
No,
It's
because
not
you're
my
running
fault that you were
away.
born
We're
in this lake.
saying this is what the globe model
It's not my
claims.
fault, dude.
The thing
You're
that
going to
you
be
say
okay.
you believe in, Iku, the thing that you say you believe in, we are talking about, and you apparently now can't talk about it.
I can talk about anything. And I'm
Okay, so
open-minded.
96 meters of drop over 35 kilometers. Who measured that?
I measured that, bro.
Huh?
I have measured it. I have experience, bro.
You measured it.
I had experience, yes. We did a test.
How did you
out in
measure it?
group.
How did you measure
One
it?
of our friends went 35 kilometers in one direction, and then we couldn't see him.
Okay, post it.
Cyclone,
Post
are
it,
you
post it.
American?
Well, amazing, Ashmem. You're the only guy in human history who's ever measured Earth curvature. You should get a Nobel
No,
Prize.
I'm not, bro.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
gonna Nobel Prize, bro, because I'm
Yeah,
not the
you're
first
the
one.
only guy in
If I
history
was
who's
the
ever
first
measured
one,
it.
I would have
Okay,
already posted it.
name one other person that's that's measured that 96 meters of drop over 35 kilometers.
Can you see the Mount Everest, bro?
That's
The
not
Earth
a
is flat.
measurement.
Why
That's not a
can't-
mountain. Is not a measurement of Earth curvature, bro.
But why can't I see
The
it
Earth
right now?
is flat.
Okay, so
Why can't I see it?
so you guys want to move on?
Why can't we see it? Like,
Are you
We
guys
want to
saying you
move
want to move on?
we are not moving.
Now they
We're
want to
on the
move
same
back.
page.
You're moving
We've already
on.
heard this argument.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
heard
yeah.
this argument half an hour ago.
Yeah,
They're
they're
circling back.
Okay, no, we can move on if you guys are conceding that no one's ever measured that curvature.
Even if no one measures it, let's just assume that.
Oh, let's just believe
if-
it.
Even if
Let's just believe it. Even though no one has ever experienced or seen it, no one's ever measured it, but let's just
It is
believe
still
it
there.
because
It is
Jeffrey
still there.
Epstein's mates said so. Is that right?
If there is no curvature, bro, just answer this question.
Yeah, there's no
Why can
curvature,
we not see the Mount
so it's
Everest
not a
from
globe.
every part of the world?
No, they're
Well,
saying
what, you
because
think
of
you
the
can see
air is
forever? You think you're
thicker
Superman or
in some
something?
parts and stuff like that. It's not
Yeah, you
science.
can't see forever, bro. You think the human
Imagination
eye
what you're
sees
talking about.
forever?
It's because you can't do any science or any physics or any mathematics. It's because
No, I
they're
think it's
saying
because you're
air is
coping.
thick, so you can't
You're
see
coping.
Mount Everest, dude.
You're,
If
yeah,
you
you
go to
can't.
Cyclone, I
You're,
think
ocean,
you are
you don't,
trolling me.
Cyclone,
you
listen,
don't think
listen.
that's a
I
limit,
don't
does
If
actually
it?
you
think
go
you're
to,
being serious.
I have
There's no
answer,
one
bro.
is
Yeah, I'm
like
serious. There's
I
no
have answer, bro.
curvature. There's no curvature, and that's why it's never been measured. I'm dead
Cyclone,
serious.
I got your answer, bro.
Okay,
If you go to the ocean,
that's not.
if you go to the
Wait, is this
ocean, bro,
the answer to who measured that 96 meters of drop over 35
you,
kilometers?
you can just test yourself, bro. Then why do you need other
It's been
people?
tested. It doesn't exist.
If you go to the ocean and there is a boat going like
Why are
straight
you saying
forward,
if? I thought you said it had been measured.
let's
you
just
keep
let me
repeating
explain, bro.
yourself. Listen for a bit.
Because you keep conceding that no one's ever measured it by not providing any measurement, and then
No,
saying
no.
if
They are on a
hadn't,
boat,
even
and
if
you're
it's not
saying
been
Your
they're under the
measured,
simple
boat.
mind
let's
is
just
going on
pretend.
a
I
loop
got
right
your
now.
answer,
Please
bro.
listen for a bit.
Let's just pretend. I did get my answer. You guys have confirmed there is no measurement of a curved globe. Thank you.
Let's just say that you are on boat A and your friend is on boat B.
Why do we have to pretend and imagine unless it's never
He
actually
starts,
been measured?
if he starts to go straight forward 35 kilometers,
Yep.
then you'll see that he's
You'll see that it's
no
just
more
flat
there.
and there's no
He's dropped.
curvature.
He just dropped because of the curvature,
No, there's
and
no
you cannot see
curvature,
it.
remember? That's why no one's measured it.
There's video recording of it, bro. Just search
No,
it, search it.
there's no video of
On YouTube, bro.
people
Search
measuring the
Yeah, there
curve.
is.
Okay,
There
okay.
is.
Well, post the
Go
video
on
of the
YouTube, bro.
curve measurement of that 96 meters
This test
drop.
I've seen
Post
myself,
it in the
bro.
chat. Post it in the
It is
chat.
on YouTube, bro.
Post it in the chat then. And you'll have to give us the observer height, the distance, how you confirm the distance, how you confirm the drop conforming to that 96 meters over 35 miles or 35 kilometers. That doesn't exist,
Hey,
bro. Why?
Professor,
I don't know why you guys are fighting it so hard. You guys are really surprised to hear that Jeffrey Epstein's mates have lied to you.
we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Not
Yeah, that's
people
where
with this.
that's where this whole thing is getting promoted from. People, Jeffrey Epstein's mates, the governments.
Okay, so
Did you hear
you
about all
believe
that? Did you hear
you
about how the
believe everything you
governments,
read on the internet.
the
You
large
seem like a guy.
governments, are all like in with Jeffrey Epstein and all that? You heard that, right?
But what?
You heard about the Jeffrey Epstein thing and all these politicians and the governments around the world being
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
up. Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
they're the guys telling you the Earth's a big spinning ball.
Oh, so there's the
Why
same
would?
guys.
How does the
Yeah,
benefit
it's the
from
same
it?
guys. These are
How
following Jeffrey Epstein's
does?
mates.
Okay, how does these people benefit from it?
Well, because they get
Telling us.
people like you cluelessly, mindlessly believing whatever they say without any clue about the truth of it, like you're
How do they
demonstrating
benefit,
here.
bro?
You can see the
'Cause
irony what
remember,
you're
it's like
saying.
you
You
came
are
in
the one
here.
I can
believing
say
You
the
came in
same to
foolishly
here.
you, bro.
Hold on, guys. Hold on,
anything
guys.
you
You've asked me
see
a
on
question.
YouTube.
You've asked me a question. Like you guys came in here today arguing for something that you do not understand. You don't know anything about.
We understand. You don't understand.
You don't,
You
because I
don't understand.
remember
You're the one that doesn't understand
it took us 15
anything
minutes
about
for you
this.
guys to figure out what curvature you're even claiming is there. You didn't even know. You had to
You
look
were
it
just
up.
denying everything, bro. You're just telling us.
This is
No,
something that serious
we had
people
to
don't ever talk about
walk you
because
through
it's
so that
such a
you could
non-issue.
even make an argument about the curvature. You
This
didn't
is
know what it
something that
was.
real scientists they don't have to think about.
Okay,
Fucking
Iku, let's
flat
test
earth.
it.
Something like
You
that.
think the earth is spinning, right?
No, I think it's flat.
So you're doing it again. You're running away from your belief.
Yes.
See? There you go. That's how you know. That's how you know. You don't know anything about it. You just believe it because you were told so.
Have
No,
you
but
ever seen
you
those
were told.
videos on YouTube where people uh, just put their phone in a balloon and it goes like 100 kilometer up, and then you can see the curvature? Have you seen those videos?
Nah, because if it was curvature they were seeing, then you would measure that 96 meters a drop over 35 kilometers, but it's not measured.
Like normal layman people have sent their phones 100 kilometers or 50 kilometers up.
What you've seen probably is some of these high altitude balloons that go up with a GoPro. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
GoPro,
Well,
yeah.
you know, the GoPro has a fisheye lens, which is like a curved lens.
It
So
has,
it
bro.
curves
Because of
the
the
entire thing.
lens.
Even if we
You'll see,
cancel that out, bro.
you'll see a curved Earth while the guy's standing on the ground with a GoPro
Even,
lens. Yeah.
let's say
So that's
because of
not
the
Earth
GoPro,
curvature.
let's just say that because of the GoPro, the curvature should be 5 degrees. But
No,
as
if
the
if
Earth
no,
also
the
has curvature,
curvature,
it becomes 6
the
degrees, bro.
GoPro just curves the image, right? Curves
By
straight
how
lines.
much? By how much?
Curves
Just
straight
give me a
lines.
number.
No, I don't
By
need to
how
give you
much?
a number. I don't need to give you a number.
Let's just say 10 degrees.
We've given you
It
the
just,
number, guy. We gave you the number. Remember, 96 meters over 35 kilometers, and you didn't do anything with it. So, what use is giving you number? You've got those numbers. Those are the numbers you need to prove. So, if you're interested in numbers, show us a measurement of 96 meters of curvature over 35 kilometers. Couldn't be simpler. This is the easiest way for you to prove Jeffrey Epstein's fantasy globe model.
is the Earth a planet, bro?
King Jeffrey
A
Epstein.
planet. Name a planet?
I'm asking,
Jupiter.
what is Earth?
Mars.
What is
Let's
Earth?
go.
Jupiter,
It
Mars,
doesn't do those are
Saturn.
planets, bro.
Where can you
It
see
doesn't
them? So
do-
you look up in the sky and you see these little dots of light. Those are the planets?
What are those?
Yeah, they are the planets.
Those are the planets. Okay, well, the Earth is obviously not that because it's below your feet.
Why not?
What similarities do you notice?
Okay.
You go outside, you see the trees,
they are
you
very
see the
big.
ground, then you look
They are-
up and you see this little light in the sky. Why would you think they're the same thing?
Do you know about the distance or scale at all? You don't seem to understand. You can't comprehend
Really?
the scale
Really?
of
I can't
space
comprehend the
or the
scale.
Earth.
Wow, what an amazing argument.
Yeah, you can't, dude.
Wow, the scale of what?
Anything you'll be
The
saying
scale. You
tonight.
can't comprehend the scale. So,
Psyclone.
Iku, are you telling me that you comprehend the scale?
No, but I can
Whenever
No,
understand
you
it
don't
better
comprehend the
by
scale.
using
So,
math and
so, so
physics.
you're trying to attack me,
I
saying
can
I don't
try to
understand the
comprehend it
scale.
better.
And when I ask you if you comprehend the scale, you don't.
I'm not saying that I
So,
can understand it perfectly, but
okay,
you
so
don't
why
know.
are you bringing that up to me then and saying you don't understand the scale if you
Because
don't
you're talking
understand the
about
scale?
some light spots in the sky.
I understand the claim that the globe is
Do
making
you,
about curvature, right?
do you even believe that there are other planets than the Earth?
It's not a
And
question
why are
of
they?
belief. We can see the lights in the sky.
Yeah, so you can see the planets, so they are real. Yeah.
We see what we call planets, but do you see
So
when you
so
look
you.
around and see the Earth, that is not like those things we call
Oh
the
no.
planets. Yeah.
What do they say about arguing with the fool? I think I'm the fool here.
You are the fool here, that's
Arguing
correct.
with you. Arguing with you.
No, it's not that
This
that's
is
making you
going
the
nowhere.
fool. Well, actually, that does make you a fool because you should just be coming in asking questions and trying to learn, but instead you're trying to argue for Jeffrey Epstein's globe model for some reason.
I don't know Jeffrey Epstein.
No, you just understand his globe model that you're fighting
I don't
for
think Jeffrey
despite knowing
Epstein made the
nothing about it.
globe
No, but it's all
model
his
of the
mates.
Earth.
It's all his mates that are promoting it. It's his mates that
Dude,
put it into the education system, right?
you
He
just believe
represents
everything you
the
read on the
Rockefellers and
internet.
all that, and they
Come
started
on,
up
use some
the
critical thinking,
nationalized education
please.
system, but put it in place. So they're all linked. I know you don't understand that because you've never bothered to think.
Yeah, and
Apparently.
you do. You schizo fuck. You understand it all better than
Yes,
everyone else.
very
Everyone
triggered,
else is
very
more
triggered,
stupid.
very triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah, put yourself on mute, bro. If you're triggered, that's okay.
No,
See it
you
all the
mute
time.
yourself.
We see it all the time. So, does
No,
anyone on the globe
you do.
side think that we can go back to it
Hey,
since
what's up,
you
buddy?
guys have spent 20 minutes trying to avoid it? Do we have a measurement of this fantasy globe yet?
Do you have a
you
measurement of
cannot
distance
beat a
in a
guy
flat
at
Earth map?
chess
You
who
don't.
doesn't acknowledge the rules
It's
of
not
chess.
real.
See how you guys deflect? You obviously don't really believe in the globe if you can't provide any measurement. Don't mute him. Just let him spaz out.
What kind of measurement do you
no.
need? Do you want to go in space and see it yourself?
No. Remember, the measurement we were asking for was, remember, you said it. You said you went online, you checked,
96
ChatGPT told you
meters.
96 meters over 35 kilometers. Do you remember that?
That is the only
Now,
way to
where
figure it
has
out. It's
that
not.
number come
Is that
from?
the only way? Is
Why
that the
has
only
where
way?
has that number come from if it's never
Psyclone,
been
is that the
measured?
only way? Is that
Yeah,
the
that's the only way you could prove a globe. Yeah.
That's not the only way, bro.
Yes, it is.
Now you're acting a fool, bro. That cannot be the
No,
only way.
that's the only way you can do it. You're
You say
because
the
you're
globe is
claiming
round.
you're claiming there has to be 96 meters of curvature drop over the surface to be a globe. So yeah, you would have to measure that.
You say that a football
How
is
can you be
globe.
here arguing? You say that it's 96 meters, and now you're arguing that you don't have to evidence that.
Do I have to
Listen
prove
to
that the
yourself.
curvature is 96 meters or the Earth is globe? What is it?
You've got to. Well, it's the same thing. If the Earth is a
It's the
globe,
same thing. So
then
if I
there's
can prove it in
96
another
meters.
way,
If the
if I
Earth is
can
a
prove it,
globe, dude, if the Earth is the globe that you're arguing for, then there has to be that 96 meters of curvature over 35 kilometers. Do you agree?
no, I don't agree, bro. That's not the only way.
What 96
One of
are
the
you
way.
Wait.
talking? Like it drops
So it can.
96
So
meters.
wait.
One of the way.
But then you're saying it can be a globe without the
And I have
curvature.
already given you proof. I have
But that's
already.
the curvature for the globe, dude. So you're saying it can be a globe, but it doesn't have to have curvature. Is that what you're
It has
saying?
to have curvatures, but it's not the
Okay, so
only
then
way
it
to
has
prove
to
it.
have that 96 meters of curvature over 35 kilometers.
And I have given you the proof, bro.
No, you didn't, because I asked who measured it, and you didn't give us anyone.
So the name is enough, bro. If I can
Who's
name a
measured it?
person,
When has it been measured in all human history? Come on, you guys on the globe, you have the entire weight of every government behind you. You say all the governments believe it, NASA, the scientists, MIT, Oxford, all of these places, and yet not one measurement of that 96
But
meters.
you know, it's even crazier that you say that they're all lying. It's a great
Why are you
conspiracy.
deflecting again?
Tens
Why
of
can you not
thousands of
address the
people
point?
are lying to you
Why can you
because of
not address the
Jeffrey
point?
Epstein.
No,
Brother,
they're not. They're
can
not
you
even
understand
claiming
how
to. They're not
schizo you
even
sound?
claiming to measure it. They're
You're
not
talking
claiming
over
to
me.
measure it
Come on.
because you're deflecting from my question.
Yeah, the question is stupid. I don't understand.
So asking for a measurement of the thing you're claiming is stupid.
Yes. How about I ask you about
Why would it
Jeffrey
be
Epstein's
stupid
globe?
to ask for a measurement of what you're claiming?
You don't. Are you in some kind of Are you going
You're
through
spazzing
something?
out, dude. You're just spazzing
Are you
out.
going? Are you going to through something, dude? It's
You're just spazzing out. See, you're coping. You're projecting. Why?
you
Is this a
using all
defense
these words.
mechanism? Is this a defense mechanism because you've never heard of 96 meters of curvature over 35 kilometers? You've never thought about the actual numbers,
Yeah, no, I've never
and now you're
thought
freaking
about
out about it?
maybe.
Yeah, that is what's happening. We understand. So don't put up a little
But do you understand how? Do
cool
you have
guy
any
front.
friends in real life? Have you told them about this
Are you
96
concerned? Are
meter
you
Jeffrey
concerned about my
Epstein?
friendship circle? I appreciate that, EQ.
I mean,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
you can't be very popular
Is
with
this
other
is this
people. I mean,
is this
Trying
what
to
you're
social
doing?
shame you.
Yeah, maybe if you socially shame me, EQ, I'll go back to believing Jeffrey Epstein's globe again, like you cool guys.
yeah, I'm not trying. I'm trying to shame you.
Oh,
I'm
Earth is globe.
asking.
Why? Because I saw the pictures on the TV. Is that how we be cool and
But
get friends, EQ? We just accept whatever bullshit is
is it
told to us
only you and your
without using
five
critical
internet
thinking.
friends on Discord who think this way?
Do you
You
ever
think you're
engage in
smart.
critical thinking, EQ?
Everyone in MIT and Oxford are stupid. You are the only smart one.
No, they're not claiming to have measured a globe.
No, but you're saying that everyone else is stupid, but you and your
No,
five
I'm not.
Discord
Who did
friends.
I say was stupid?
MIT, Oxford, all these
Did
people.
I? Did I? Well, this is recorded
I
live.
think you did, yes.
Are you lying? So I said the words, these people are stupid.
Well, I'm not quoting you, but you
You're not
pretty much
quoting
said
me,
that
so you're
they're
just
all
doing
lying.
a kind of weak
They're
little
all
straw
lying, and
man.
they're
You're basically just lying. Why are you lying?
no, but you said that they
No,
are
listen,
lying.
Iku, don't let your emotions change what you want me to have said. Don't quote what you want me to have said in your little emotional
Okay.
state.
Let me
Yeah, don't
focus
do
on my
that
emotions.
because we're
Can you
adults
answer me?
here. We're having an adult conversation. Why should I answer
Can you,
you when you spent the last 30 minutes avoiding my one question?
because it does not make sense. But and you haven't answered any of my
96 meters
questions,
of curvature, 96
dude.
meters of curvature over 35 kilometers doesn't make sense.
How about ships disappearing? How about measuring a distance
Well, it
on the
can't be
flat
over
Earth?
a
You haven't
curve.
answered any of these.
It
Why
can't
should
be
I
over a
answer
curve.
one of your questions?
Well, it can't be over a curve because there is no curve. There's no curve measured. And if I'm wrong, then feel free to provide the measurement that I've been asking for the last 20 minutes. If you can't,
Maybe I
then you can't
have to
say,
calculate.
oh, well, the ship is
I-
disappearing because of the curvature.
Okay.
Yeah?
Fuck. Maybe I have to change my mind.
You just have to actually look at what they are saying and then look at what has actually been proven.
Yeah, just look outside. It's flat.
Well, yeah, that's true. Your everyday reality tells you that the Earth is flat and motionless, but you've got Jeffrey Epstein and his mates in your ear saying, no, it's actually a big spinning ball in a vacuum. And you haven't questioned that.
So Jeffrey Epstein, what about him? He's the big bad.
That's not the
Satan.
point. I'm being facetious. You get the point.
No,
It comes from a government education system. The government is Jeffrey Epstein's mates, as far as I'm concerned.
what government? Not mine.
Where did you say you were from?
Mongolia.
Why are you lying again? The
How can you tell?
Mongolians know it's flat.
Aren't you a smart fellow in social skills?
Yes, I'm very cultured. Now, let's get back to it. You were making some progress there. You were having a moment of self-reflection. You were saying, maybe I do need to actually think about this.
Have you ever had a moment of self-reflection?
Of course. How do you think I managed to question the globe fantasy? You don't
What
do that
What happened
unless
in
you
the
have some
moment that
reflection.
What happened in
Well,
the moment? You
I
watched a
heard
YouTube
people
video.
I heard people saying a similar thing. They were saying, hey, do you know no one's ever measured curvature? I was like, nah, they must have measured
So
curvature.
that's what got you.
Well, yeah, because you understand a ball has a geometric necessity of curvature. There has to be curvature on a ball. Yeah.
Yes.
So if someone
And there
says
is
there is no
yeah.
curvature, then that very pointedly says it cannot be a ball. So then you've got to check that claim. You say, okay, well, what is the curvature? And the schools
Oh,
don't
shit.
teach you what the curvature actually is. That over 20 miles, it's 96 meters or whatever, right? And it
Okay.
goes on and
And
on.
Jeffrey Epstein teaches us that it's a globe because
No,
he
his mates
wants to control
in
people.
government who put in the curriculum. Yeah.
I think Jeffrey Epstein is dead. I think he died.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that?
He's still educating people about this earth.
You see his body?
No. Did I see
Yeah.
body
That's just
pictures?
another. That's just
No.
another
I think
belief
he's
you
dead.
have, dude. That's just another belief you have, dude.
More
But it's
beliefs.
irrelevant.
Is this a believer? He's a believer, true
He's a
believer.
believer, and we're trying to teach him
Do
what
you
he's supposed to believe. Because
oh.
Jeffrey Epstein's
Do
mates
you
have not
believe
done a good
do you
job
believe
at
anything
educating
that
this
you
man.
can't see?
Oh God, is that what's
You don't
required?
believe anything that you can see.
I'm a believer.
Are the majority of your beliefs?
Who sang that song, Believer?
Hey, that's a good song.
The monkeys.
Well, we got to
No,
get that on a
Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
soundbite.
The Space Monkeys.
I'm a
Okay,
dreamer.
Psyclone. Let's say that you are an ant. You were
Mm.
on football.
Yes,
How
an
do
ant on a
you
football. I've never thought about it
how
this
do
way.
you okay? How do you like figure out if the football is round or flat?
Well, can we
My
give the
question to you.
ants little lasers and long distance optics and the ability to calculate what the
Let's just
curvature
say
of the
the
ball should
technology
be?
is really. Let's just say we are in like in the early 2000 years
Okay, so
ago.
we
We don't
have
have
lasers.
laser.
Okay,
We don't
let's
have
shoot a laser. Let's shoot a laser across the equivalent of 35 kilometers on that ball for the ant, and then the other ant 35 kilometers away should see that laser way up in the sky flying over its head about 96 meters above him. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
So in reality, when people go out to a big lake that's say 35 kilometers across and they shoot this laser to the other side, Do you think the friend on the other side sees the laser going into the sky?
Do you know how photons travel, bro?
Are you going to answer the
It
question?
doesn't. Listen, do you know like how
Are
the
you going
photons
to answer the
travel?
question, dude?
Yes, they
So-
travel like corkscrews. Now answer his question.
If you don't know like how the photons travel, then you'll
Okay,
think,
I'll just tell you since you don't want to answer. No, the laser just hits the target at the other side. It doesn't go 96 meters into the air because there's no curve.
like you are talking.
So that's one way we could
extremely
test it, right?
Yes, that's the one way we can test it.
I think
Well,
I
that's
think
been
there are
tested,
YouTube
That's been
videos,
tested.
but
and it's flat. Yeah, it's flat. That's how we know. Well done. You've stumbled across the answer. Well done. So, if I'm wrong, and Jeffrey Epstein and the Globe cultists are right, then you just need to go and find us a laser test where the laser is sailing 96 meters above the guy 35 kilometers away. Right? That should be easy. I'm sure NASA, they get $70 million a day. They should be able to shoot a laser across a lake and show that the lake is curving down away from the laser, right? Right? They must have done this.
Surely
The
NASA
space-
can do that. I
the
agree.
space
They
people.
can.
They must be able to.
I think
$70
NASA is
million a day.
Yeah, you figure
Jeffrey
it's what?
Epstein's
It's about
operations
$20 million
laundering money.
to get to set up the laser. About 20 million. They can do that in one day.
They can
$7
even
million?
send a rocket to space. Can you believe it?
Well,
But
could you
light
just
doesn't
shoot the
travel in a
laser and
straight
show?
line, bro.
So what are you saying?
Light-
Are you saying no one's ever shot a laser across a lake and shown that the lake curves away from the laser? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, do you think light travels in a straight line?
Well, is that what you're saying? You saying no one's ever just
Do
shot a
you
laser
understand
across
how
the lake?
little 20 miles
And
is?
Light
curve?
starts to go in
Guys,
every
could I just get an
direction, bro.
answer? Guys, could I get an answer? Are you saying that no one has ever shot a laser across a lake and shown that the lake is curving down away from the laser?
Your test is not accurate as the light does not
So you're
travel in a
saying
straight
that's
line.
so you're saying no one's ever shown that? No one's ever shown a lake curving away from the laser?
They have done the experiment. I've seen it
Oh.
on YouTube. But
And
that is not
they
accurate.
showed that the lake was curving down and away from the laser?
The laser test is not accurate.
Wait, but you just said you saw it.
Yes, and I saw it because that is
Oh,
not
you
accurate.
saw
I
it?
saw it.
But it didn't measure the curve?
I'm just saying I'm just
Well,
telling you that
Did it measure the curve with the
light-
laser?
if the light travels in a straight line, then it would be
Right.
accurate. But the thing
Right.
is, light does not travel in a straight line.
But the one you saw with the laser test, you're saying it didn't measure curvature?
Which way does light travel if it's not in a straight line? Does it have wings and just
photons-
makes up its own direction?
The photons goes in every direction, bro.
Well,
They
hold
go
on.
in-
Are you
one
saying
photon
the laser test you saw?
one photon goes in all directions at the same time?
There is not one
You're
photon.
so
there is
simple, man.
billions
Hold
of photons.
on.
You're
I'm
not
not
saying
letting
one
you wriggle
photon.
away from this. You said you saw it on YouTube. The laser test you saw on YouTube,
Yes, and
did
it's
you
not
say
accurate,
it
bro.
measured the curve? Or no?
I saw the video, but the
A
video is
laser?
not accurate.
But you saw the
Pablo
laser.
conspiracy must
There
the
is
be
not a
video.
true.
straight line of the
the
laser, bro.
video
That
is
is
not
not a
accurate.
straight
Yeah, I
line.
trust
If the
this guy.
Okay, so no one's so you are saying that no one's ever just shot a laser across a lake and shown the lake curving down and away from the laser.
your argument would be valid if the laser beam travels
Well,
in a
just
straight
answer
line.
me.
But it didn't.
Okay, but is it the case then that no one's ever been able to show a laser cross a lake and the lake curving away from the laser? You're saying that hasn't happened
Why
for
do you need
whatever
a lake?
reason.
Why not an ocean?
Well, you could do
Can you
on the
see
ocean if you want,
can you
but
see a laser?
it's easier
laser
because on
from
the lake you can be on one bit of
Paris to
land
New York?
to another bit of land, but any
You
body of
can't.
water I will accept.
Any body of water, no
You are
curvature.
counting on the laser
Yes.
test, and the test
Hey,
is not
Miku,
accurate, bro.
you just
That is
stumbled
just sad.
across something there. That's another good proof for you realizing you're not on a big ball because water, a body of water at rest, is level, right? Like in a cup,
Because
a
there's
bathtub,
wind
a
always. There is
swimming
wind.
pool,
But you still can't
a
see from
swimming
Eiffel
pool,
Tower to
a
Empire
lake.
State
There is
Building.
wind, bro.
There's wind.
Always.
Yes, there is wind, but there's no curvature.
Always.
Yes, but there's no
No,
curvature.
there's not wind on my indoor swimming pool, you fool.
The Earth is not just your indoor swimming pool.
Yeah,
Well,
but like
it's
on a
flat
still
because
day,
there's no
on
wind
a very
blowing
still
on it.
day,
Do you agree that it's flat though?
Your swimming pool, yes, it is flat.
Okay, there you go, Cyclone. You got to win. Everything has to be flat now.
yeah, because I mean the water is flat regardless of how much you scale it up. That's just the
Cyclone,
physical nature of
do
it.
you know that this laser test is not accurate?
Which laser test? I thought you said
The
there was
one
no
you
laser
saw.
test that
The one you
measured
saw, the one I
the
saw.
curve. I don't know which one you saw. You didn't post it.
That's on YouTube, isn't it?
Well, there's loads. Which
There
one did
are
you
a
watch?
few on YouTube with 1,000 views. Very popular.
Ooh, Iku, you've seen them?
Yeah. I'm watching one
And
right now.
could you? Oh, right. Does it measure curvature?
No, it's from Taboo Conspiracy.
Oh,
No curving.
no curve. What? But I thought Jeffrey Epstein said that we were living on a giant spinning
21
ball.
miles.
What?
Have you
21
seen those
miles?
flat earthers proven wrong?
No, that's
Even
supposed
a
to be the
Netflix
90 odd.
show about it.
Nah, that
The
can't be
laser test
right.
is not accurate, bro.
That
They
can't be
went
right
to
because the
the
20
South
miles,
Pole and
that's supposed to be like nearly 100 meters of curvature. That can't be right, is it?
dude, what can you tell me about day and night cycles around the world?
Wow.
I like them. I like them. It's good for
Well,
sleeping.
you can
It's
get
good
a
for getting
tan
up
when it's
during the day.
you,
You know,
yeah. If it's summertime,
in-
you can get a tan if you go outside.
hell yeah, dude. But in my country, winter is the daylight is something like 4 to 8 hours. In summertime, it's almost 24 hours of sunlight. How does that work?
Do you know what's
great.
dictating? Do you know what's dictating how much daylight you have?
What?
The sun.
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
sun moves differently
the
in
sun
my
moves. Yes. So you agree?
like
You
around my country.
okay? So you agree the sun moves? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, Cyclone, answer me that question.
So that's what's
When we
happening. So
move
the sun is
away from a
moving.
mountain,
But what
The
about
sun is
at the
moving.
same
Yeah.
time?
Just quickly. Yeah.
Uh,
The sun's moving through the sky, and when it's over you, you get the light, and when it goes away from you, you lose the light. Nighttime. Go to bed. Happy Glober. Yeah.
Cyclone, can you answer this question?
What question?
When we move away from mountain, as we move far away, why does it appear that the mountain is sinking below?
Well, perspective
Why?
for one. So think about it. You know, if you go onto
Why
like a
does
street. Wait, bro. Don't ask me a
okay.
question, and then when I start answering,
Okay.
yeah. So imagine you're on a street with street lights going all the way as far as you can see. Yeah. It looks like the street lights are getting closer to the ground the further away they are. Yeah. You seen
It
that?
doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't, bro.
Oh, so
It doesn't.
It doesn't
perspective
sink, bro.
doesn't. So
I'm
there's
gonna
no
fail
such
my
thing as
driver's
perspective.
test.
It
Okay,
disappears
bro.
in
I
the
think you
fog.
need to
It
look up.
doesn't
I think
sink.
you need to look up perspective.
It
Let me
disappears in
see.
the
Someone in the
fog.
chat. Someone in the chat. Post a perspective image for our friend here. Iku, you've seen that, right? On a long road with streetlights, it looks like the streetlights get lower the further away they are.
oh,
You haven't seen that?
no, I haven't. Oh, this
Okay.
perspective. Yes.
Oh, now yes.
This
There you
isn't
go.
about curve.
There you go.
No.
Stark has posted a streetlight image
Yeah.
for you.
So
It's not
look in
sinking.
the
It is
VC chat, guys.
becoming
Look in the
smaller,
VC
bro.
chat, guys. So does it look like those lights are getting lower to the ground? Yes or no?
Do you understand the scale? Once
It is
again,
shrinking, not
We're back to the
sinking.
this is
scale.
something like 1 kilometer on a road.
Yes.
Do you
And over
understand
that
how big the
distance,
Earth is?
over
You
that
don't.
distance, it's right up in the top of the frame, and then just that little bit of distance further away, it's right at the bottom of the frame. See that?
God, you're
He might not
stupid.
have
Cyclone,
roads where
as you
he
can
might.
see from this image,
This is something
Cyclone,
like 1 kilometer.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Ashman,
You can't
you
do
might
that.
not have roads where you're from. Maybe you've never seen that before, but that's
okay,
what it looks
I can
like.
explain it really well.
Least racist American.
Yeah, dude.
Wait,
If you
no,
see
you
that,
don't need to explain
the
it.
point,
You don't need to
right?
explain it.
So-
Hey, bro, listen, relax. You don't
image,
need to
bro.
explain it. This is the explanation that you asked for from Psyclone. You don't have to explain his explanation.
Yeah.
Cyclone.
Also,
The
over a
reason your
distance,
image
you also
view.
know, let me explain another thing to you. As
Okay.
things get further away from you, they appear to get smaller. Have you
Yes,
noticed
it's
that?
smaller. It doesn't sink.
Yes.
You can see the
No, it does.
foot
Because look,
and
you
head.
can see the street lights. Do you think those street lights are like the one on the right is that height and the one on the far left is like right on the ground? Or do you think they're the same height?
They're the same height.
Okay, so why does it look like the ones further away are lower down?
The distance.
The distance, right? So
Yes.
over a distance, things appear to be lower in your field of view.
Now listen, bro. Here's the thing.
Is that right? Is that right?
Let me say and let me explain.
No,
Just
no,
1
you just
minute. Just 1
answer.
minute.
Over a
I
distance,
can
do
just now.
things appear to be
I
lower
can
down?
explain
Bro,
it crystal
if you're
clear, bro.
not gonna be honest,
I'm
we're not gonna talk to you.
100% confident, bro.
No, listen, you just said it.
Okay,
You're
okay. You
there are
say
the same
then I'll
height.
say.
Those lights are at the same height. So why
Yes.
are the ones at the end appearing lower down? And you said distance. So you're saying over a distance, things will appear lower. Yeah?
Okay.
Why can't you answer?
Okay. About the
Okay, so I just
mountain.
answered your
About the
question, yeah?
mountain, you can see its head, not its foot. But this lamppost, you can see its head and foot. So it's not shrink. It is
You can see
shrinking,
its
not
foot.
sinking.
You can see its foot all the way at the end there, can you?
Because of these bright lights, maybe you cannot see. But if you had a binocular, then you could see.
Well, it's okay because it doesn't matter anyway, because what you might be assuming is that we can't see the bottom of it because of the curvature. But remember, we just explained that there is no curvature. None of the laser tests detect any curvature, and no one's ever measured that 96 meters of curvature over 35 kilometers doesn't exist. So whatever is stopping you from seeing the very bottom, perspective, angular resolution limit, the optic,
Perspective never
all these
prevents
things,
you from seeing the foot, bro.
it
I have
cannot
a better.
be. It cannot be Earth curvature.
I have a question. If you know the Earth is flat, this is not like provoking in any way, shape, or form. If you know that the Earth is flat, or you have a very strong perception that the Earth is flat, would you assume that we are in some type of a simulated environment? With just a yes or no answer.
No.
No, I don't think it's simulated. I think it's a physically real environment.
Do you do you think it's being manipulated by any other outworldly sources?
Well, that's kind of a philosophical question that I could never
Well, it's
answer.
also
How would I know?
it's a very philosophical question to assume that the Earth is flat as well without
No.
factual evidence.
That's an empirical point because we observe and experience and measure the Earth practically to be that. So that's not philosophical.
Yeah, but last I checked, the Earth is round.
Last you checked, you mean last time you switched on the
Last
TV
time I
and
got
watched
it.
the
Did you,
start of
all
Last
a
right,
time I
tell
got
me
it.
when you
universal?
actually checked.
Last
Hold
time
on,
you saw the
Cyclone. I want to
universal.
hear from this guy
The
when he checked
Wait.
last.
last time I hopped into a jet, I
Hold
pretty
on.
much noticed the curvature of the Earth.
Do you mean last time you watched the Universal Studios logo on the Marvel movie you watched?
No, it was last time I went to Universal Studios in Florida and spent more money than you make in about a month.
Oh, you went to Universal Studios in Florida and you watched Superman fly around the globe. Their globe.
He is a
Good
No, I
stuff.
had your daughter
believer.
hold my hand and I made sure she ate all my burgers and
Wow.
eggs.
Okay. So
He's
you're
a
a
true
globe believer, right?
believer.
You're a true believer. That's perfect. That's what we want. Okay, so
Cyclone, you're a believer.
okay, what's this
Fucking
guy's
idiot.
name? Who's the funny guy? Roach. All right, Roach. Give us your top 3 globe proof. Let's hear it.
Give me your top 3 first, and I'll give you mine.
Okay, mine is Disney.
Deflection.
Mine is Disney, NASA, and
But you were so confident, Roach.
President. What's his
You
face?
spent
Black guy.
more money. You spent so much money at Universal Studios in Florida, and you don't have any globe
I'm
proof.
still waiting. I'm still waiting for your 3 answers. I respectfully asked you to answer first.
I
since you
gave
wanted
you
to talk about history.
Disney, NASA, and Barack Obama. Those
I'm
are my
talking to
3 globe
Cyclone.
proofs.
And
talking to
Nickelodeon.
Is there a reason you deflected from my question, though?
No, it's more of a strategic output.
A strategic output, as in it's strategic that you can't answer what your evidence for the globe is.
No, it's strategic in the way that I choose to make it strategic. You can inference however you want.
Well, your strategy must be to avoid showing what you think your evidence for the globe
I did
is,
just
since
tell
that's what you've
you.
avoided
If you
doing.
gave me the 3 answers, then I would
I
respond with
gave them
factual.
to you.
Okay. There's no curvature, there's no motion,
Mhm,
and you can't have
mhm.
gas pressure without a container. Your
Good
turn.
boy. You're a good boy. Such a
Your
good
turn.
boy.
Oh, this
You
is a
do
good
exactly
spiral.
like I'm told. You do
This
exactly
is a
like
good
you're told.
spiral.
Good
Yeah, and
boy.
now you're gonna have to indulge
No, you're
in
just mad.
more
It's okay.
proof.
I'm just
Watch,
rage
he's
baiting
gonna
you, and it's
spaz out.
easy, bro.
You can't do it, can you?
Do what?
You don't even
You
have
really
3
think this is a
arguments for
serious
your globe?
conversation? You're being rage baited by somebody that's high as fuck, bro. You need to get your fucking marbles straight.
So you can't even make 3 arguments for your globe religion?
Whenever you get on an airplane and measure that flat Earth, let me know.
Oh, you can't do it? You're chickening out?
When did you go measure strips of data?
How do
Oh,
you
man,
measure
you're
from an
chickening out.
airplane, dude? Hey,
This is
LiDAR.
how
No
triggered he is.
everything.
This is how triggered he is.
How do you measure from an airplane?
Hold on.
LiDAR strips, you fucking
Oh,
retard.
he's triggering out. Roach, why are you so triggered?
He
I'm
is
Is it
yelling so
because
he
triggered.
can hear
you
me.
couldn't
He's
actually
yelling, so I
provide
gotta
3
yell too.
arguments? Is it because you
He
couldn't
just asked
actually
me a
provide?
question and he wanted to yell, so I yelled my answer. I'm
Is it
just
because you?
mirroring.
Is
It's
it because you
mirroring.
couldn't
It's
actually
called
provide
mirroring,
3
bro.
arguments for the globe? Is that why you're triggered?
Are you really rerouting back to that question because you got rage baited
Yeah,
on it so
you still
hard?
haven't given us your 3 arguments for your
Rage
globe
baited.
religion.
Yeah, I said good boy when you answered. Good boy. Answer it again.
That's not rage
Well,
bait.
okay, well, but
Yes, it
it's not
is.
rage,
You
'cause
can
that's
say it's not
simple.
rage bait, but you're mad right
Who's
now.
Who is it
No,
rage bait for, though?
Roach,
Me or
Roach.
Psyclone? We're confused because one of us is supposed to be mad.
Yeah, no, Roach, this is why we do this. This is what we're looking for. We want people to hear people like you. You're perfect.
Yeah, sure.
This is
Okay.
perfect. Look, try again. So what's your best 3 arguments for living on a spinning ball of water in a vacuum?
I can't hear you. Say that again. Your mic cut out.
What's your best 3 arguments for living on a spinning ball of water in a vacuum?
Good boy. You better answer when I tell you. That's a good little boy.
Listen to
Oh
what a
no,
weird little
Cyclone,
glober he
you're a
is.
good boy.
You know
What?
how
Come
to
on,
answer to your
Roach.
Is
daddy,
he
don't
not
you?
listening?
You
Are you
good
not
boy.
listening? Or are you just going
Cyclone,
to
how do you keep falling for this?
falling for
Oh,
what?
man. They
How do
actually
you keep
think
falling for
Because
this?
they're fucking
this is good
Because
for
you
retarded.
them.
don't understand when we
Listen to
troll
this
you back what
spiral.
it sounds like, do you?
This is
Oh
the
man,
spiral.
you
This
have
is
no idea. I
great.
came in here planning to troll you because I already understand flat
But
Earth
you
just
And
like
you
can't.
troll
We
ended
are
up
everybody
just
else.
trolling yourself.
untrollable, dude. You
Yet
cannot
you're
You just
troll
talking.
trolled
flat
yourself, Roach.
earthers.
Yet you're
You
talking.
just trolled yourself, Roach,
Yet
by
you're
exposing that
responding.
you can't even make 3 arguments for your
See how you're
belief.
still responding? That shows how angry you are.
No, we're just continuing to let you
Keep
embarrass
speaking.
yourself
Keep
so that
speaking.
other people can hear what you
Keep
Globers
speaking. Good
are like.
boy. Good boy. Keep speaking.
Listen,
Okay. Bye-bye.
listen to how triggered you are.
Okay. Keep speaking. Good
How about
boy.
this? Right?
So you can't, you don't have an argument for your global belief.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
one for one.
can
Dude.
you say something? Can you say
All
something?
right.
I
So
can't hear you.
how fast
Good
do you think the
boy.
ground is spinning?
Good
It's got to
boy.
be
You think
really
the ground
spinning
is
really
spinning?
fast because when you fly one direction in an airplane, you
Just
go
say the word cyclone.
so fast, and when you go the other direction, you go faster. Isn't that true, Roach?
Oh. Did you know if you stick your finger in your butt and you sniff it, it smells like shit?
Come on, Roach. Don't be like that. Don't trigger out because you know you've been caught and you don't really know why you
Are you
believe in the globe
reflecting? Are you
religion. Don't be like
reflecting and
that.
deflecting right now?
He's
Whoa.
triggering out.
Did you just reflect and deflect at the same time? That's
Roach,
crazy. You got a
come
hybrid
on.
defense mechanism.
Don't be this childish, you know? Don't be so scared. You believe in the globe.
Are you
Fine.
projecting now?
In
What's making you
2026,
scared? Why
it's a
would
bit
you be scared?
embarrassing, but at least stand by your
How does
belief.
this conversation make you scared?
So come on. What's your argument? You're gonna
I know
trigger
you
out.
can't handle it because you're angry. I get it. You gotta
No,
leave.
dude, I can't listen to you not
I know you're just angry. You
participate.
get it.
Wow. This is what the Globers are reduced to.
Yeah, I can't listen to him just not participate.
Yeah.
Participate.
You can do it for so long, but I mean, if they just continue, they can't do it. Iku, Ashdem, you hear that? You hear what we deal with here? What do you think? Was
See,
that
they
a good
just run out of
performance?
shit, and then he starts talking about dumb shit. He ran out. He thought he was going to come in and troll and ask some question, and then he got the answer he didn't like, and then he just fucking had a meltdown.
Yeah,
I believe I have given you some solid proof, but
I'm
still
on
you're not
mute.
believing.
Let's go.
So Ashman,
I was taking a
and
piss. What
Iku,
happened?
what do you think of that Glober's performance?
I was taking a piss. No idea. Maybe
Oh,
a smart
okay.
guy. Yeah.
Smart
made too
guy.
big.
Well, he says he spent a lot of money in Disneyland, and that's how he knew the Earth was a globe.
Yeah.
Oh, is
He's
he
an
the one that
eyewitness.
called you a good boy? You kept
Yeah,
quiet.
that
That
was
means
that weird
that
little
means the
globe.
Earth
Right?
is a
Right,
globe
right.
because he can say "good boy." That means the Earth is a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird
He spent
fancy.
more money in Disneyland than you would spend earning in a year.
You think that would make him smart?
My grandfather would have said he's got more dollars than cents.
Yeah,
All right,
that's a good one.
We've got Ash, Mem, and Iku. They're still trying to figure it out. So, have you guys found any globe evidence yet?
I'm not trying to figure it out. I already know it
What are you
myself.
talking
I'm
to
just
me?
trying to explain.
Oh,
All
you
right,
already
go ahead and tell me
How
because
can-
I want to come back to the globe.
How can you know it if you don't have any evidence for it?
Still
I have
haven't
given
seen
you
any
solid
evidence
bro.
for flat Earth.
All right. Well, what's
None.
what's your best three? What's your best three proofs then for it?
The last one was enough.
Why don't you give your proof? Like the
Oh, come on, guys. These have
like
just
the
been
guy
like,
that
no, I
rage
know it's a
baited you
globe.
so that you had to ban him. Asked. Come on.
No,
Psyclone, do you
He
know
was
the
Any
difference
proof?
between
he wasn't speaking. He was just trolling.
Yeah, he
So.
rage baited you. You fell
Oh,
right
did he?
into
What
it.
I
it
fell
wasn't
right
rage
into it.
bait,
You're
dude.
right. I'm still
He
raging.
couldn't tell
You
us.
listen to
He
my
couldn't
rage.
tell us which one he rage baited. If it was rage bait, he would have said, "Ha, gotcha." But was it me or Cyclone? I couldn't figure it out.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
old
still
guy.
raging. You can tell, right, how angry I am.
Yeah, you're
Come on,
very
he told you
Calm
that.
down,
politically correct.
what is
Cyclone.
the
Yeah.
difference between
Jesus.
sinking and shrinking?
All right, so you guys said you had some globe evidence.
You seem very wound up. Flat
Awesome.
Earth evidence right now. Let's go. Top 3.
Okay, number 1, no glober has any globe evidence.
Okay.
My
Do you
number one
disagree
is
with that?
no flat earthers has flat earth evidence.
Oh,
Yeah, the
see,
Earth is
that's just
measured
childish.
flat.
That's just like no you. All right, there's no curvature. We've already established that. There's no motion
No,
of
we
the Earth.
didn't.
Yeah, we did, remember, because you said the numbers, and I said who measured that, and you don't have anyone. And we spoke about the laser
There's
test.
no
Remember,
motion.
Iku watched the laser test, and he found that there was no curvature. Remember, Iku?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, you said you watched the laser test.
No, I
That is
didn't.
not accurate, bro.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what
on
you said.
a YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, you watched the laser
I'm
test. You
not
said there was
going
no
to watch
curvature.
it, dude. Come on.
You're not going to watch
Sorry.
it. So you saw it, and you were about to click it, and you thought, no, I'm too scared.
Yeah, I was listening to you rant about something very stupid.
Oh, really? What, you
Yeah.
not knowing or understanding or having any idea about the globe that you're arguing for? That was stupid.
Oh, you. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, of course, of course. Okay, so no curvature, no globers have any globe evidence. There's no motion of the Earth, so it can't be a spinning globe. There you go. Now your turn.
Okay.
Three globe proofs.
No, but none of what you said is true.
Okay, so let's hear your 3 globe proof then.
Okay, wait, I will Google some.
Oh, so you don't know.
Let him Google. I can give you one proof.
No, 3. You need to do 3. I had
Okay,
to do 3.
go one. Tell one.
Okay, let me tell one. First one.
3 off the top. No
My
AI.
first question is
No.
Cyclone to
Question
you.
is not a proof. You need to present
To prove
positive
my
evidence.
proof, I have to ask you this question.
No.
I know that you understand
If
the
your
concept.
proof requires my input, it's not proof.
That's correct.
Okay, let's just assume. Okay, we
No, let's
obviously
just
know
assume
the
you're
difference
going
between
to
Such a
provide
sinking and
stupid
evidence
shrinking.
thing again.
for a globe.
And also, don't start off with "we all know this." Don't start off your proof with that.
Okay, I will not. Okay, fine. In this picture, this lamppost are
No,
shrinking.
that's not a globe proof.
That's one proof.
There's no globe
I
in
have
that
to do
image.
3.
That's
I have
not
to
a
There's no
do
globe
globe in
proof.
that
That's
image.
flat Earth proof, dude. What are you pointing out flat Earth proofs for?
I'm dismissing it.
Ashmem, if your first globe proof is to point at that image of the lamppost, then it means you have no globe proof.
Oh my god. That is
Yeah,
the
Can
that's
you
easy
right.
prove
proof,
that
bro.
there is
I'm
an
debunking
edge
that
to Earth?
image. The
Like,
misconception.
is there an
bro.
edge?
Ashmem, I'm going to give you another chance, right? Just remember, you're trying to prove that the ground outside is a spinning ball.
Just
So how are you
give me
going to do
1
that?
minute. I will make it crystal clear. You
You'll
have no
Google
will
it?
have no confusion.
You'll Google
Please
it?
give him 1 minute.
1
We
minute.
need 1 minute, but you guys, you have had your whole lives believing in the globe, and now you need more time for
Just
the
let me
evidence.
speak 1 minute straight without
No,
interrupting. I will make it fully clear.
If it's not evidence for the globe, you're getting muted.
Cyclone, try not to interrupt anyone for 1 minute. Challenge
1 minute,
You,
just 1 minute.
you
Challenge.
try not to be
Just
a fragile pussy for 1
challenge,
minute.
bro.
So
That's
we got to
challenge.
listen to them tell stories now. Okay, let's listen
I
to
take
their
the challenge.
stories for 1 minute.
All right, a 1 minute globe story. Let's hear this cope.
1, 2, 3.
Go.
In that image, we can see this lamppost are shrinking, not sinking. We know the difference between shrinking and sinking. So these lampposts are shrinking. But remember my mountain explanation? The mountain does not shrink, it sinks. You
So the
can see its
mountain
head.
15
isn't
seconds.
smaller the further away you go.
You have started to interrupt, bro.
Well, you just said something false because the mountain does get smaller to your view the further away you get from it.
It's
was not
connected to
1
the
minute.
ground, isn't it? Isn't it connected to the ground, the
But you
mountain?
can-
So
you
it
when
gets
you walk
smaller.
30 kilometers away, you cannot see its foot. You only see its top head. But the lamppost, you can see both.
Okay,
So
what's
there's
the
a
cause of that?
difference.
What's the cause of that?
There's a difference. Because of the curvature, bro. Because
Oh,
of the
okay,
Earth
the
is
curvature,
round.
right. So the 96 meters over 35 kilometers. So when was that measured?
We can
We're
measure
talking
it
about
anytime.
96
We
meters
don't
again.
have to ask about the history. You
We're-
can measure it today.
Oh, but it hasn't been measured,
now,
has it?
just go out.
Oh,
You
it
can
can
measure
be
it right
measured.
now.
So why has no one measured it?
If no one measured it, how could I tell you that?
Well, because you
I've
can say any
experienced it
bullshit.
myself.
You can
I
say
have
any old
experienced it
bullshit.
myself, bro.
You've never experienced a measurement of curvature. What are you talking about?
Have you never been to mountains, bro?
Yeah, you can see all the flat Earth from them.
Bro.
So
That's
no
the best
measurement of
argument.
curvature. So
That's
when
the
are you
best
going to get
argument
to your
that you
globe? When are you going to get to the globe evidence? We let you do your 1 minute story. When's the globe
I
evidence
don't
coming?
know how there still can be confusion after that, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
What?
Well, there's no
You're
confusion. You
supposed to,
didn't provide any
give us
evidence.
the globe proof, the evidence, dude. What, we're
Yeah, there's no
waiting still.
confusion.
Isn't that
You
Ashman,
said you
brother,
needed to
there is
tell us.
nothing
You
you can
said you
say
needed to
to
tell us
convince
a
these
story
guys.
first. Shut the fuck up. You said you needed to tell us
You
a
shut the
story
fuck up,
first.
you fucking idiot.
Oh,
Fucking
goodbye.
American Redding. You sound like the most.
All right, EQ's too triggered. That's fine. Yeah, so Ashmem, there's no confusion. We're well aware that you've provided no globe evidence, but we did ask you to provide some.
I did. I believe that I did really well.
No, you didn't. You claimed curvature again, and we already had this conversation, and you didn't provide any.
I have just provided right now, bro. Real example.
A measurement?
Real example. Call it whatever you want.
Well, is it a measurement? Can we call it that?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know that
Well,
English.
what
really
was
well.
measured? Was anything measured?
The curvature of Earth.
Okay, how much curvature was measured?
Then we need some tools because it's just eyewitness. I
We
cannot
need
tell
some
you the
tools.
exact.
Are you telling me that NASA and all that haven't done it already?
I can see it, bro. Then I don't need to hear it from
I
you.
have
don't need
tools.
to
What
hear
do
it
you
from
need?
NASA.
I have tools. What do you need? Tell me what you need. I have them.
If I can see this thing, this phenomenon with my own eyes, I don't need to hear from you. I don't need to hear from NASA. I
What do
can
you
come to
see?
my
What do you
own
see?
conclusion that the Earth
What do
is
you see?
curved.
What do you see?
That is mountain sinking down.
Mountain sinking down.
Yes.
Right, is that optically or physically?
Physically, bro. That's not optical illusion.
How do you know it's physical?
Because that's what reality is, bro.
How
If
do
there's
you
a
know it's
curvature,
sinking physically? Because we see things get smaller and we see them sink towards the horizon by perspective, and that's not physical. So how do you know what you're seeing is physical and not optical?
because I'm not high, so it cannot be optical. I'm
What does that mean?
healthy. And the only way it
That
can
doesn't make
happen
sense.
is because of the curvature, bro.
Oh, the
No other
curvature that
way.
doesn't exist. But that has never been measured and doesn't exist, remember?
Then you explain me, why does it happen?
I don't need to. I gave you an answer. It wasn't sufficient for you. Fine. You're saying it's curvature, but you don't have any curvature.
Okay, so if that happens, the Earth definitely cannot be flat.
Oh no, it's flat. That's all that you can prove.
If the Earth was flat, it would shrink, not sink.
Well, yeah, things do shrink as they get further away from you.
They
You
shrink,
already
but they do not
know that.
shrink, bro. I think we're just repeating the same thing again.
Yeah, you're repeating yourself because you can't get any further because you claim curvature, and then when we ask for evidence of that, you don't have any.
We're not getting any result from that, bro.
No, we're not, because you can't provide any evidence of the curvature you're claiming.
I did. You're not understanding it, or you just pretend.
No, you made the
not
claim
understand.
that you're seeing it, but you haven't provided any measurement to show that that is what you're seeing.
I've measured it, bro.
Okay, you tapping out?
I'm not tapping out. I'm just tired of over-explaining things.
Okay, well then just
Tap
provide the
out.
measurement.
All right, that's another win for Flat Earth. Let's hear it for Cyclone. Can we get a round of applause for
Your
him? That
win
was
is just
wonderful.
denying
Yes,
everything,
that
bro.
was great. You did a great job, Cyclone.
Thank you. I'll take a golf clap on that. Thank you.
Your win is denying every proof we give, so that makes no
Well,
sense.
you gave us nothing to deny. You didn't give us any of the measurements that we asked for an hour.
If you can deny this thing, you can deny anything, bro.
Imagine still believing in the curve when you've just found out that there's no measurement of it in all human history.
Well, it's on TV. Well, they don't watch TV, remember? Their excuse is they don't watch TV, so it's not TV that hypnotized them. Just the phone
Google.
that they look at the whole time while they're on Discord.
That's
Yeah,
right. They
Google.
only watch the
Googling all
YouTube.
the time. Google, Google, Google. That's what it is.
Yeah, they only watch the YouTube. No TV.
Or TikTok.
Ashmem, do you think the ground is spinning?
Yes, it does, bro.
How fast?
I have to Google it, bro, but it doesn't spin. If
Oh,
I
he
cannot
doesn't
Google
know.
Why do you have
fast,
to? Why
it
do you have
doesn't
to
mean that
Google
it
it?
doesn't spin, bro. If I
Why
cannot
do you
tell
have?
you the number,
Why do you have to Google it?
I don't memorize everything.
Does it seem like it's moving?
Maybe 36 kilometers per hour. I don't know the exact number.
Whoa, that's quite fast. So does it seem like it's spinning quite fast when you go outside?
When you are in a moving bus,
When you were in a
if
moving bus?
everything,
No. Just when you go outside, I mean. Let's say you go to the park and you're in the park. Does it seem like the ground is moving at 1,000 miles an hour?
it doesn't seem like it, but it
Doesn't
actually
seem
does.
like
The
it.
word is seemed. The
Okay,
word
so if it
seemed,
doesn't
bro.
seem
It
like
doesn't
it,
seem
how
like
do you know? How do you know that it is?
Yeah. See, contradiction.
Well, because
every
it
time.
seems like it.
No, he said it doesn't seem like it.
Oh,
So if it doesn't
well
seem
then.
like it,
So
why do
Cyclone,
you
you
think it
believe
does?
only what you see.
Well, hold on. Don't deflect with a
Yeah.
question. If it doesn't seem like it, why do you think it does?
I'm not a scientist,
Oh, he
What does
doesn't
that
know.
mean?
Science.
but the
Science.
proof of science
You need to be
is
a
better than the
scientist.
proof that you give
Wow.
to me, bro.
Holy crap. Do you
so-
notice how you Globers will say shit like, I'm not a scientist, when you're just so defeated that your answer is you have to go to somebody else and it doesn't require science, dude.
Okay,
If
so
you
what
can
you're
give
saying
me a
is
better
you can't
explanation than
know.
science, I'll believe in you. Just
Okay,
give me
so
a better one.
Ashmem, you're saying you don't know that the Earth is moving, but you've heard some people say that it is, and you believe them. Is that right?
It's not about hearing. I have seen the proof.
Yeah,
So
you
there's
said you
difference.
believe. You said
Hearing
you
and
believe
proof.
in the scientist. Well, no, because you said it doesn't seem like it. So what proof have you seen?
Like, do you watch Veritasium, Vsauce,
No,
these
No.
channels? There you go.
no, I don't
So you have
get.
no idea, bro.
I don't get my worldview from YouTube.
Yeah, dude, we are our own channel. Do you understand? We don't watch other people's shit.
You have to acknowledge that there are
Yeah,
people
you watch
better
us,
than you,
bro.
and you have to
You
learn from
watch
them.
us.
You cannot
No,
figure everything out
if you
yourself.
want to learn, Ashmem, subscribe to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord on YouTube and all good content providing platforms. Then you'll learn something. So you said it doesn't
Vsauce is
seem like
misleading.
it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just want to
Vsauce.
get to the bottom of this, Ashmem. Let's really figure this out. So you go outside. It doesn't seem like the ground is moving, but you think it's moving at what, 1,000 miles an hour?
Not 1,000 miles, but 36 kilometers per hour. No, that's 30.
Oh, right. So
Yeah,
not
maybe yes.
so
No,
36 kilometers an
no,
hour.
that is too low. Maybe thousands. Yeah,
That's too low.
low.
Maybe 1,000. How would you know? Because you said it doesn't seem like it's moving at all.
Because I know physics, bro. I've witnessed it myself.
So, okay, so when you go outside, it doesn't seem like anything's moving, but because you know physics, you can say that it's moving at 36 kilometers, no, maybe 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh, Cyclone, answer me that question.
So,
Answer me
what
that.
part of
Just
physics is telling you that the ground outside, even though it doesn't seem like it's moving, is actually moving at 1,000 miles an hour?
the first thing is, if the Earth,
Magic.
if the Earth is actually moving, how do you figure it out?
If. Well, this is what we're trying to ask you.
If
This is what
the
we're trying
Earth
to
is
ask you,
actually
Ashman.
moving, why? How is it continuously moving then, dude?
Well, that's the question for you, Ashman. You're the one trying to figure out if it is moving, because you're claiming it is moving, even though
Because
you've
of the
just said it doesn't seem
gravitational
like
pull,
it.
it continuously keeps moving.
Continuously.
No,
So you're
now it's
saying
gravity. Oh shit, dude.
yeah,
Sorry, I
let's
took you down the
not get
wrong
Do you
path.
deny
into
You're all
gravity,
gravity.
bro?
fucked up now. Now you want to talk about gravity
Professor,
and
do you
stuff.
deny gravity? You're a professor. You cannot deny it, bro.
Why not?
Deny gravity, bro.
No,
Hey,
gravity is
Ashman,
what makes the
quickly.
Earth flat, and I'll explain how this works. So if you take a perfectly flat surface, like a surface plate, and you pour water on it, and that thing is perfectly level because you had installers put it in, and they used lasers and everything. The water is just going to cover the whole table flat because gravity makes everything flat. That's why the Earth is flat. So gravity is flat Earth proof. So there you go. You no longer have that.
It doesn't make any sense, bro.
It
So
does make sense.
Ashman, without Googling it, define gravity for us now.
Gravity. Can you repeat the question?
Define it without Googling it.
Define what?
Gravity.
Okay. So gravity is what like things getting pulled, I would say in one word.
Down
Things
and making them
getting
flat.
pulled.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
if
when
you
people
pour
are doing
water
like
on the ground, it flattens out, doesn't it? When you pour water on the ground. So gravity makes things flat. Thank you.
well, he just said gravity is pulling something. So if we're in like a tug of war with a rope, that's gravity.
That's not gravity, bro.
You just said gravity was pulling
It's a
something.
force. Gravity
Sounds
is
like
also a
what he's
force.
gonna
That's
pay
also a
for.
force. In that way, you can say it's a force.
It's a force. Okay. So you don't know what gravity is.
I know what gravity is, bro. I can.
Well, you just said it's a pulling force, which is not how gravity is defined. So you don't know what it is.
Have to
So let's
memorize
not
the
let's not
definition,
waste
bro.
our time talking about gravity if you don't know what it is.
Okay, let's say you're on a bus.
Let's
The
say you're on a
is
bus.
constantly moving
Is
at
that
60
gravity?
kilometers per hour.
The gravity bus.
Let's just say that you are on a bus. Everything else is gone.
Are you pulled
You're on a
towards the bus?
I'm trying to explain the why Earth is moving.
But you haven't
reason
proven
Earth
that
is
Earth
moving.
is moving. You haven't given us evidence for that. You said it doesn't seem like it's moving.
I have to go there step by step, bro.
Okay, so we start with it doesn't seem like it's moving. So how do you then prove that it is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour?
I could prove that very easily if that was in my native language.
Okay,
But
let's
as
see
it is
it.
in English, I'm having a little bit difficulty here, bro.
Well,
That's
we'll
okay.
give you the
Just go
time.
just go
We'll give you
ahead
the
and just
time.
use a translator and post it in the side chat then. All of your perfect proof.
Yeah. Listen, we've been at this for 10 years. If you've got the proof and you just need to translate it, we will wait. Thank you.
I think someone else can do it better than me.
I don't think so. I think you're the guy for the
You have to get on
job.
a bus. You have to get on a bus, by the way. Don't forget the bus.
So you're outside, you don't seem like the Earth is moving, but you want to prove that it's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. So how are you going to do that?
Okay, I'll come later with better proofs, bro. Right now, I cannot give you definitions. I cannot give you those proofs because I'm
Okay, so that
unprepared
means you
right now.
don't know that it
You are
is
fully prepared.
spinning, right?
That's
You don't know that the ground is moving then.
I know that's moving.
No, you
For a
don't,
fact.
because if you did, you would be able to tell us how you know and what the proof is.
The
Because you
proof is
want
because
to
you can't
always
feel it moving, right? It's
you
the
deny
proof
physics.
that it's moving is that you can't feel it move.
Then how can I prove it to you, bro?
Well, how did you prove it to yourself?
Because I believe in physics. I believe in mathematics.
No, belief is not
I
proof.
believe in science.
That's a belief. That's like a
Physics
religion.
says
I
That's
know
a
it.
no.
religion.
I know the scientific
Physics
fact.
Physics says that cannot happen. Physics says what you believe in cannot exist.
Right, but also, Ashman, you were asked how you know it. You said you know it, and now you're saying you just believe it.
Okay, I'm still saying I know it. It just tongue slip, bro.
Okay, so how did you prove it to yourself?
How do I prove it to myself?
Yeah.
Science has proven it to myself.
How?
The scientist, bro.
What does that mean?
Don't you say their explanation? Why don't you debunk scientists, bro? Why are you
Well, what
trying
does
to
that
debunk a
mean? So
layman?
let's say, so tell me about how you proved it to yourself. So you go outside, it doesn't seem like it's moving, but then you did something and that proved to you that it was moving. What did you do?
Okay, I'm a layman. You are a professional flat earthers. They are professional scientists. Why don't you debate among yourselves?
There's
And let
nothing
us
to
decide.
We
debunk from their
do.
side. There's nothing
We
to debunk
do.
because for us,
They,
we have
they,
the earth outside isn't moving. So
let me
there's
tell
nothing
them
for
what
us to
happens
debunk.
when they come in here. So when they come in here and they start debating, they leave in like anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes after they realize they are screwed. They've trapped themselves.
I am
Yeah,
here for
there's
1
no
hour and I have
scientists.
experienced why they leave, bro. I have given
There's
you
no
solid
scientists
proofs
proving
and
it.
you're still denying it.
But you said you had proven it to yourself and that you knew it. And now you're saying we have to speak to someone else and you just believe someone else.
Can you tell me what was the flaw in my earlier explanation? I cannot find
Well,
it.
you didn't give us any evidence. You just said you seem like the Earth isn't moving, but you believe that it is. That's what you said.
You're gaslighting me, bro.
No, that's what you said. You said you believe scientists. It just means you believe something you've heard.
Okay, bro, I accept defeat. I will come later with better proofs.
Okay,
And hope better from you.
that's fine. Listen, it's not a defeat. It's not me against you. Don't get this confused. This isn't flat earthers versus globe earthers. This is human beings trying to understand where we live. You are not going to advance your knowledge or understanding if you think you're in this just to debate people. You should be investigating the natural world, not thinking, how can I debate flat earthers? Do you understand?
Yes.
You've not been defeated. I have not defeated you. It is not a question of win or lose. It is a question of what is the Earth. Okay? All right. Appreciate your chat, bro. No hard feelings,
Okay.
yeah?
No
You're
hard
sound.
feelings. Yeah. Good, bro.
All right. Peace. All right. That was all right, eh? Good little run.